Here from Razor's Edge Hair Salon and Wig Boutique in Timmins, Ontario. I come live every Tuesdays on Facebook and YouTube. Today I'm gonna show a few wigs, and I'm gonna show you a few little techniques for wigs on one of my wigs. So stay tuned. But to start with, I'm showing you Alva in color espresso from Noriko. This is a nice snug feeling wig. She's got a cute little fringe or some permatease. But if you like height, you'd want a little bit of that permatease. This should be beautiful. Just a nice little length to her. So again, Alva from Noriko. I was a little late starting there. My computer decided to do an update as I was ready to get started, so I couldn't get on YouTube right away. So next is Jennifer in color 630. That's the first time I bring this color in. Isn't that a beautiful color? It's got some brown with just a little bit of a lighter highlight in it. The 30s just gives a little bit of character, a little bit of oomph to it, you know. Lace front, mono part. Jennifer is such a beautiful wig. Like I say, first time I bring in that color is 630. Isn't that just a beautiful color? Can you make it out? It's got a little bit of highlights in there. Beautiful, beautiful color. I'm going to come a little closer so you can see the color a little bit better. Jennifer has the lace front. Mono part. Now, most new wigs have a zigzag in them. Some people like to keep the zigzag. Some like to take off the zigzag. So it's an option. I'm going to show you after on my Starly how to go about that. So again, this is Jennifer in the color 630. Beautiful. Now there's Jennifer. I'm going to show you Jennifer also in a different color. No, this is Megan. Sorry. Same family. Obviously, my Canadian wig. Megan's just a little bit longer, and this is color 1226. Megan's got the lace front, mono part, heat-friendly little wig. Isn't that a beautiful color too? Little bit of warmth to that blonde, but not overly done at all. So this is Megan. Megan's just a little bit longer than what Jennifer was. Cute tucked in. I'm a tucker. I like to tuck my wigs in. Okay. Now there's this cutie from Tony of Beverly. This is Naya in the color Caramel Kiss. Now, Caramel Kiss from Tony of Beverly does not come rooted. I had rooted mine earlier. So I'm not going to put this one too far so you can compare the difference in color after between doing your own little root in there or not. Short little style. Tony of Beverly's got some nice stretch to their calf. So if you have a little bit of a larger circumference, nice if it's just a regular average, but it does stretch nicely too. This is one of their new styles too. That's one of their new release styles. Isn't she pretty? You can see the density is not high at all. I like my Tony of Beverly wigs. Next one, we're doing Tony of Beverly here. Next one is Logan in Rooted Malibu. So this one's got a little bit of a root already to her. Some people like roots because they say it makes the wig look a little more natural. This is the lace front. Nice lace front. Roots are not for everybody though. You can see she's got some permatease, not overly done. Tucked in. Isn't that just a beautiful little bobby haircut? And if you like to pull up having a lace front, you could take it, twist, put it to the side. Look how pretty that is. It's got the nice longer bang that you can do that with. A cute little clip in here would look really nice. This tucked in. Could even do another little twist and cross it, you know. You can do so many things with it. So again, this is Logan in Rooted Malibu. This next one is Kenzie in color 4. So just a regular brown color, basic cap. See, as I'm running my fingers through, I'm just kind of taming her down. She's got a few little flips at the back. So she's a fun wig. More bangs, less bangs. Again, you just kind of make it how you'd like to wear your hair. You can bring it forward, give yourself a nice little wispy look forward too, or tuck in. Make sure your wigs are always at 4 fingers above your eyebrows. Lower than that, and it's too low. So this is, again, Kenzie in color 4. 1 second, please. Hi. I'm doing my show. Okay. Come back at 12:30. Okay, thanks. Okay, next up. Gotta admit, my dog's pretty good. Someone comes knocking and there's no bark. She's just amazing, my little girl. This next one's Harlem in color 6. So if you want to look at the 4 and the 6, you can see a little bit of a difference. There's a slightly darker 4 than the 6 is. Base again, basic cap. Since a cute Harlow. Looks a little bit like the rooted, looks a little bit like a Logan, doesn't she? With the longer bang, that a little bit of a bob. Your back. Cute. So this is Harlow in color 6. Next up is Starly. Starly is the color Cognac. Isn't she cute? So pretty. Starly is a very popular little wig from Tony of Beverly. It's got a little bit of a curl to her, just a little bit of a wave. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the few things I wanted to show you. I'm going to get rid of this. So I'm going to show you how to take the zigzag out of a wig. If you want to take the zigzag out, let's take a little bit of permatease out. How to do a shampoo. Gonna have some fun here. So this is my own little wig. This is Starly. So this is my Starly. This is Caramel Kiss. And remember, I was telling you that Caramel Kiss doesn't come rooted. I put my own little root in there. Oh, let me just bring this down a bit so you can see on YouTube too. So I did do my own root on there. I'm just gonna bring my computer down just a smidgen so that they can also see on YouTube what I'm doing here. So this is my own little Starly. Or like I said, I keep repeating myself, the same steps, but this was the color I had before I added a little bit of a root. So I'm going to show you how to add a little bit of a root. Now, I left a little bit of permatease in her, and she's ready to be washed. So it'll be nice to show you how to go about doing this. Now, you can go in. The easiest way to do it, you go in with a nice white tooth comb, and you can take the zigzag out. See how I'm just going right to the root? I'm removing that zigzag. Now, see, already it looks like there's a little less permatease in there because some people don't like permatease or not sure how to get rid of the permatease. So there's this little hot comb that you can get on Amazon. I put it on the lowest setting. Make sure it's got a low setting, 260. Now, I've heard a lot about these hot combs. This is the first time I use it personally. It's got the nice little guide on top. And I went underneath. If you're a wig wearer, you know it gets tangled underneath, and it works really well. So you want to make sure you get one that's adjustable, because this is not a heat-friendly wig, so you do not want to go on high heat with it. Another thing you can use is your hot brush. Again, Hot Tools. It's plastic barrel, same as that other little comb I showed you. It's got the plastic barrel. You want to make sure you're not using anything that's not plastic, especially on a non-heat-friendly wig. You can just go in there a little bit and see as I'm smoothing it, it's taking some of the permatease out. You'll always have a bit because you need those little shorter hairs in there to give that lift and to hide the wefting. Unless you go with a monotop one, then you're not gonna have any parts. So again, this is my own little Hot Tools plastic barrel. Make sure that's what you're using. And now see, there's a little less permatease in there. And you can go through the wig. Sometimes a little shot of heat through those ends start looking like a little bit wear and tear. You can run your hot hairbrush in there a little bit, and it's going to get some of that out. Look, it's starting to tangle a little bit underneath. So I can go in there. But don't forget, you're going to have a little bit of that, because that's what hides the wefting, right? So this is one answer to help. See already the difference? I took the zigzag part out. I passed that in there, and it got a little bit of the permatease out. Like this is your other, like I said, I tested it in the back at the bottom. I'd advise you to do the same thing because it does get hot. You don't want to wreck your wig. So I went right underneath, and it worked really well. So you just want to pass a little bit, and that's smoothing. I don't think I'd hold it in place too long. But it's smoothing. You can even go underneath if you find there's some of the permatease is really bugging you. And it does make a difference. See, I'm just getting on the ends. Like she's ready. I don't wash my wigs often. Less is more with a wig. You definitely do not want to wash it too often. It'll prolong the life of it. Sometimes a little bit of dry shampoo will work just as well and save your wig a bit. Now see how I took some out. Now if you ever want to root your, like this one's been done, but I'm gonna redo it a bit. It's not due to get done. But I like this little L'Oreal spray. This is medium brown. You can get a light brown on your older wig, and you can just do a little bit. See how it just changes the look a little bit? And then you just run your fingers through, pull it a little bit through to give it a more natural look. And now your wig's rooted. Now this wig, the color originally looked like this. So it did change it up. If you have some older wigs that you have and you'd like to root them, it's really easy to do so. Change the look a little bit. Or if you want to do a little bit of a fashion color, just just a little bit of a few strands there, and you can just even put a Kleenex underneath or a foil and just clip this back, and you can just do a few. Let's say you like purple or pink, but you don't want to, you don't want to buy a wig like that, but you might like just a little bit of a slice. It's easy to do, right? So I hope that helped. And sometimes, like, see my ends, they're starting to show. They're not bad, but they're starting to show a little bit. And with curly wig, you want to go very gently. You do not want to go take those waves out. So you could just, I'm on low heat again. You just want to take small sections and just go in there. And again, the temperature is at 260 on here, so it's not high at all. I wouldn't hold it too long, and I practice on an old wig. Don't go start doing that on a brand new wig, till you get good at it. But still, I'm just smoothing it out a bit. So those are different options to get some of the permatease out if the permatease bothers you, or if the ends start looking a little bit frayed. Now to wash it, I took a few containers. I usually do it at my sink, but obviously we're not at home here, so I like cold water to wash wigs with. I got myself organized ahead. So you can all see my containers well, I hope they're. On YouTube too, you can see it well, perfect. Okay, so I like the wig, the First Lady shampoo and conditioner. Before you wash your wigs, make sure there's no tangles, because the tangles are really difficult to get out. Now, you don't need much shampoo. It's very concentrated. So you just put a little squirt in your water. That's my shampoo. See, maybe the size of a quarter, maybe a smidgen more. Dissolve it. So you just dissolve it a little bit. Now I'm going to take that wig. Now, because I had done a little bit of a root, I might need a little bit of extra shampoo on here. See, I'm just making sure you can see what I'm doing here. Okay. So I'm just soaking it a little bit in the water. If you're at home, you can do a second water too. Baking soda, I find a little bit of baking soda too, especially if you've done a root or fashion colors. And tip, if it's blonde and you're doing one of those fuchsia colors, it might stain a little bit. So you want to make sure you're not getting any staining. But I'm going to add just a little bit more shampoo at the root. So you can just add a little bit to your fingers. And if you've been a little bit hot too, you can run it inside your wig. I'm just going to do a little bit on top. Now, if I was at home after I did this, I would run it under the sink. I would probably do a second shampoo, but in this case I'm not because I'm showing you. But so it's just doing it good. It does not need much. And you don't do it often. Just trying to get a little bit swished up. And it does refresh them. A nice shampoo always feels good. But again, this is my little Starly from Tonya Beverly that I'm washing. So now I'm going to take most of the shampoo out. I did add a little bit more shampoo than I normally do because of the root. See, you can see the roots there a little bit. So I would probably take a little bit of baking soda to it. Unless you don't mind and you're going to re-add another root, then you're just doing a light shampooing. Now this is just clear water. Let's get that shampoo out of there. You can also run it under a cold tap. Now, same thing for the conditioner. Do a little bit of conditioner. Add it in there. Dissolve it. At home, I like to dissolve it. And once I put my wig in with the conditioner, I usually walk away 10, 15 minutes. Get it nice and softened. In this case, I'm not going to do that. So see how it was very simple, very straightforward. Cold water, a little bit of shampoo. It's very concentrated. Don't need much. Now I'm going to re-rinse it with just the plain water. I'm going to get rid of one of my trays here. 1 second. Myself some room. Now never wring your wig. Just take the excess water out. My water, you can see it needed to get done. So I'm just gonna take the excess out. Gently take the excess out. And just do this. Now I do have leave-in conditioner. Leave-in conditioner is very nice. Don't have to be shy with it. And the silicone spray is also nice. Once it's combed out, you can add a little bit of silicone spray. Wigs, when you first get a wig, it's got some silicone coating on it. And as you wear it, you know, it does wear out. So this is amazing. I ordered this in from the States. It's pure silicone spray. And it just really helps extend the life of your wig. Now, when it's wet, you don't play with it much. You can run your fingers through, get the worst out. But once dry, you shake that wig. Just give it a little shake, and your style's back in. I'm gonna just to say, run a big comb through it just to get the worst of the tangles out. Because it did tangle a little bit, not much, because I did make sure. Now, see, most of that root's gone, and I didn't do the baking soda or anything. Might be a bit, but I'm going to be re-adding a root to this wig. I like my little root to the wig, but I might go and get a dark blonde, change the look of the root a little bit. You know, who says that we can't do that? So you can just get yourself, you can get plastic wig stems, put it on there to dry. If you don't have one, even just a shampoo bottle, just don't put your wig to dry on the styrofoam head because it could stretch it when it's wet because it's delicate when it's wet. So this would take, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours to dry, maybe 6. Once dried, your wig is like brand new again and you're good to go again. So I often get asked how to wash it, so I kind of did a simplified step using these containers, but it still give you a good idea. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for having joined me. Have a great week. Okay, bye.